I wanted to know how long before we get to the next yield curve inversion. So the only way I thought that we could get to that possible date is by trying to figure out the average between the dates which the yield curve inverted. So I have 6 times of the yield curve inverted, and the first time was in 1978 that I'm showing on this chart, and 1982. And that was 41 months between those two yield curve inversions. And then the next two yield curve inversions was 86 month gap, then 135 month gap, then a 68 month gap, and then 159 month gap between 2006 and 2019. So I wanted to know, when could we see the next inversion? So I averaged those up, and you can see the bar all the way to the right showing it's about 98 months. So that's 8 years and 2 months as far as the average between when the yield curve inverted each time. So about 98 months. So I added 98 months to 05 2019, so May of 2019, and that gave me the date July 2027 that we could possibly see the next inversion. But do note that these the time between these inversions are pretty sporadic, so it's not a consistent time period. So 8 years and 2 months is basically the average. So it's not necessarily going to invert in July 2027, but that could get us in the ballpark, just the way the average has been working so far. And I know for 2019, we didn't see the crash till 3 years after the inversion. At least we didn't get to the bottom of the crash. So that's worth noting. So if we were to line up with this date of 2027 being when it inverts, which is highly unlikely that it'll be exactly that date because the duration between the inversions are so sporadic, but I could potentially guess from this point that we might be able to reach a bottom of the next market crash in 2030, in that range. And that's just a guess. That's definitely not something I would hang my hat on, but just to kind of get us in a range of where we could work. But just a thought, and I hope this is helpful. All right, later.